You know what's crazy? I have so many parts waiting for this car, but I've been waiting to put anything on until this car's been clear coated. So hopefully today is the day. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's been a minute because it's been raining every day. It's been super windy every day, and I haven't been able to put clear coat on the Civic. So a little background. I laid the paint down. It was bumpy. I tried clearing it. It sucked. So I sanded the entire car down. So now it's nice and smooth. So it should be ready for clear now. It's a bit windy out today, but it's the only day that's not supposed to rain for the next like 2 weeks. So we're gonna try to clear it today. I've already gone over this car twice with wax and tar remover, and I'm gonna show you it's not looking so hot right now still. And I'm probably to go over it like 4 more times and just scrub all the debris out from when I sanded it. The last thing I want to do is have all this stuff trapped under the clear. Now we do have some issues with the old clear, and I could not get some spots out, so we're gonna have some spots that aren't gonna look so great. But if this car is a 10-foot car, I'm gonna be happy with it. So we're gonna start maybe pulling the car outside and start prepping it up. Sometimes you have to take risks, and I think I'm going to, because there's a spot I've been scrubbing and it's not coming up, and I'm wondering if it's actually like a flaw in the paint or something, because there's no change, but if you get it a little bit wet, it goes away. I don't really know what that spot is, but if it's wet, it goes away. So maybe if I clear it, it'll go away. It's a risk that I'm willing to take. Well, I guess this is a now or never moment, so let's get clearing. It is so hot out there, I had to come in to cool down. So I did a light coat, a heavy coat. I'm gonna do another heavy coat, wait a couple minutes, do one last heavy coat, and then we should be done. And this stuff sprays much better than the duplicolor stuff. And this is a local company that makes clear coat here in Florida, and I will plug it in if I remember to put the name in. Sorry, I'm hot. But it's coming out, it looks better. This stuff, I accidentally spilled it all over my hand, and it's like glue. So hopefully nothing is going on out there that's going to get all over the clear. My neighbor decided to start weed whacking, which isn't ideal, but hey, it is what it is. It's what happens when you do things outside. And a reminder that this car I painted outside, not in a tent or in a garage. So I'm not expecting it to be perfect. I want it to be shiny, I want it to look nice and green. And right now with the clear on it, it's shining more than it's ever shined before. So hopefully it comes out good. Overall, it doesn't look 100% amazing. It looks way better now with clear on it. And no, the clear's not dry. It's only been on here for about 10 or 15 minutes or so. 30 minutes, I'm gonna pull it up in the driveway a little bit more so it doesn't get any more debris on it. But I'm pleased so far. Hopefully when it all dries and levels out, it looks a little bit better than it does now. I'm not sure if it will, I'm not sure if that's a thing, but I'm hoping. But so far, it's pretty good. So once this is dry, so probably in the next 2 days, I will take the car out and I will do a small video for you guys to show it off and show the completed painted Civic. Now, I'm not putting headlights or taillights in it because we had some come in and I'm leaving that a surprise of what they are. But we'll do a whole video on those and I'm so excited because they look so freaking dope. But hopefully when this dries out, it looks a little bit better than it does now. It is definitely really cool seeing the car all in one color now. And I just took all the tape off and I accidentally stood up and scratched the brand new clear because it's still soft. But the car looks complete for once, except the headlights and the taillights, but it's so cool seeing the car like this. Now, if you look for problems, yeah, you're gonna see problems. I've never painted a car before, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, I do this all the time. I've never done this before. I like learning. I learned how to paint a car my first time. If I do it again, I guarantee it'll be better. I use a $15 sprayer. You're not gonna get perfect results with that, but I am very pleased with it so far. The car is now pulled into the garage, and you can definitely see some spots, but also the car is still drying. It needs to be buffed. I took all the tape and the boxes and everything off, so there's a lot of residue and stuff flew in, but I think once I polish it and buff it, all the stuff will come out. But it's one color. It's cool. You can definitely see more of the imperfections through the camera and everything. And this car looks a lot more black than I expected, than green, which I'm okay with, but I was expecting more green. But once it dries fully and we can actually buff it out and sand it a bit, I'm hoping that this cleans up a lot better and it'll be a little bit smoother, because I'm pretty sure it's not very smooth right now. But again, this is a long process and a lot of learning. I have changed how I wanted this video to go 8,000 times, and I was gonna make a whole separate video on cutting and polishing the entire car, but I decided it's a clear coat video. Instead of making separate parts, why not just do this now and figure it out? So we're gonna do a couple things with this clear coat. So if you guys can see, and I'll put a little slow-mo thing here, it is very orange peely. It looks a bit textured. It doesn't look dry, but it is, and it's just because of how it's sprayed on. So we're gonna use 2000 grit, cut through it a little bit, use McGuire's cutting and then McGuire's polishing with a orbital sander, and hopefully this comes out a little bit nicer looking. Now I know some of you detailers are probably like, why are you going too light with the sandpaper, or you're not doing it right. I've never done this before. I'm scared of cutting all the way through the clear because this took forever to actually get done. So I'm doing it my way. Is it the right way? Maybe not. I did some research and it said this should take about 8 hours to do a whole car, and it's not gonna take me 8 hours, I'm telling you that right now. But I'm a little bit nervous about doing this, so back off, commenters. I think I made an oopsie. When I was clear coating the car, I spilled clear coat all over my glove, and I also wasn't wearing gloves when doing this, and my hand, I don't know if you guys know what my hands look like, but it's extremely swollen. This one's my normal hand. This one's all swelled up right now, and I don't know if it was from the compound or from that glove with all the dried clear coat in it. Probably from that glove. But I don't know if I really see a difference, to be completely honest. I say it looks a little bit smoother, but I guess I won't know until polishing. But I'll show a little before and after right here. I probably did spend about 45 minutes on just the hood alone, and they said take an hour or two per panel, and didn't think it was going to take that long, but apparently it did. The car is now completely cut and buffed, so now we're going to go over the whole thing with polish, and hopefully we can really bring out some of the color and some of the sparkles, and maybe it'll make it look a lot better than it does. I'm not saying it looks bad now, but I'm thinking hopefully this polish does wonders and makes it look so much better. So we're going to start with the hood, and then we're going to keep going. Car still needs to be gone over like 15 more times with a grease and wax removal, and there's still some compound on there, and it looks like some light scratches, and I could have sanded deeper, but I didn't. But honestly, for my first paint job, I think this looks so good, and I would wheel it outside because this light up here is so unforgiving. But the problem is that I don't have a back wheel on it right now because I need it for the fit, as you can see. So we're gonna do a little video edit thing in here, and hopefully we can showcase it. Now, is the car perfect looking? The answer is no. And honestly, for my first time ever painting a car, I am so proud of myself for actually being able to accomplish this. Yeah, I could have done a lot more cutting to make it more glass-like and more smooth, and I probably could have made this car show worthy, but I was so afraid of cutting through the clear that I didn't want to risk it and have to re-clear the car, because again, I did this outside and you have to wait for good weather and low humidity, and I live in Florida and it's kind of crazy here because it rains every single day now. But honestly, I'm so happy that the car is now one color, and I'm going to do a breakdown on this eventually of how much it costs to do anything, because it was a lot more than I kind of thought it was going to be. The car still has a lot to go through, and the car needs a lot of cleaning and a lot of detail work still, but for right now, the paint is done. The paint is fresh and it's mint as it's gonna get, and that is super exciting for me. We have so much more stuff coming for the Civic. I already have a bunch of parts already here. I'm just waiting to put them in because I was waiting for the paint to be done, which it now is. So more content should be rolling up pretty soon. I'm waiting on like one more part before we can throw everything in. And there is a car show coming up. So once I get another wheel on here, I'm thinking I'm going to take it to the car show and maybe record a little bit and see some reactions of the car. Because last time it looked like this. And it wasn't the prettiest thing in the world, and it was still 16 different colors. So now it's one color, it's exciting. But I'm gonna leave you guys off here, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are excited about a painted Civic. And just please do me a few things. Comment, like, subscribe, keep doing the fun stuff, keep doing you, stay motivated. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and peace.